Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to King of the Forklift. Meet today's competitors. On your left, it's the Snap-on Dual 80. And over here, it's the brand new Dual 100 from Snap-on. That 100-tooth design is going to be real tough to beat today, and that's why this ratchet is going in as the favorite. Now, both of these ratchets are a flex head with a soft grip plastic handle, so those got to come apart, because that's not going to be good in a vise. So let's take it apart on the forklift vise. I'll show you how to do that. These forks are spaced just far enough apart to where the handle can't go through, so as I pry up on that pin, the handle just drops right on out. Taking the place of that handle is going to be this 11mm socket. I'm going to put that right in between those forks and tighten down that strap so that thing isn't going anywhere. It's important to have that ratchet locked in place so it's not going to go anywhere under heavy load, but it's also loose, so you know that forklift isn't giving it an unfair advantage. Now we're ready for round one. Steve's going to put the torque meter on there so you can watch it, and we're just doing it by hand. 92 foot-pounds is all I could muster. Now that's going to bring us to a tie for the end of round one. Now it's time to remove the plastic handle on the Dual 100 because round two, we're going with a pipe. This soft grip handle has a tapered end on it, so I got to use this crowfoot wrench taped over it so it doesn't slip through those forks. And I'm just using this pin punch going through the yoke to lock in that screwdriver. Now let's put this pipe right under it as a fulcrum and press. There you go. Once it starts moving, it gets pretty easy. Now let's grab the brick as a bigger fulcrum and finish this handle off. This brand new Dual 100 is ready to go, and check out this handle. It's a lot beefier than that Dual 80. Time for round two. That torque meter is calibrated and in place, ready to go. Let's put a pipe on this ratchet and really give it the beans. It's not as easy as you might think doing this test. You got to keep everything steady, and look at the length of this torque device. I've got to go down from 3/4 of an inch all the way to 3/8. Look at the flex on that Dual 80. That handle is screaming for mercy. Let's get this thing apart and see how bad the damage is. The new Dual 100 handle is perfectly straight. It's so beefy compared to this Dual 80. Look at that. That's amazing. That thing is bent beyond belief. Round two goes to the Dual 100. The judges have decided to give the Dual 80 another chance. So let's get that Dual 100 onto the vise. We're going to use a different socket that fits that one. Clamp that thing in there. This way we can get a pipe on the Dual 80 down at the neck where it's not going to bend. Preparing for the next round, let's go ahead and load up the Dual 100 into the forklift vise and of course set up and calibrate that torque measuring device. Time for round three. Here we go. We're going to get that cheater pipe choked up all the way on this ratchet just so it stands a chance of surviving the incredible torque load we're about to put on it today. I'm just pulling on that pipe, trying to keep my balance as I go higher up on the torque range. We'll get another bite on it. We're going up to 142. I can do better than that. Come on, let's get a better grip on it. I got to make sure that that pipe is choked up all the way on this ratchet because I don't want it to fail prematurely. And whoa, he slips out of control here. Back in position, shifting my weight now. I'm going to get this torque as high as I can get it. Now look at this ratchet just screaming for mercy. It looks like it's bending pretty bad. That yoke is beefy, but I don't think it's beefy enough to handle the kind of torque we're putting on it today. Taking a deep breath, it's time to set up for the biggest torque run of the event today. Let's go for it. We're going with all the beans. 180, 190, 200, 220, 230 foot-pounds of torque. Look at this ratchet. I think it's all over. Let's pull it out of this device. I want to have a real close look at this ratchet. Oh, that is so sad. Brand new ratchet. The old school Snap-on Dual 80 is declared winner by knockout in round three. That is such an exciting event. We're taking apart these two ratchets so you can see the workings of both of them and what failed on this Dual 100. Now check out these pins. That Dual 80, that's the one on the right, is so beefy compared to that Dual 100, which bent like a wet noodle. That is such a tragic loss for the Dual 100. Having a look now at both of these handles, it's amazing how beefy that Dual 100 is. The yoke got way more metal on it. Couldn't beat the Dual 80. The old school ratchet wins. Let's get it into the shop to see if it's still salvageable and we can keep on using this ratchet. Ratchet still works just fine. Now this handle, it can be straightened out. Let me try and do that. Yeah, just kidding. All right, still working on the forklift vise, but I'm changing out this socket for this one here. I'll show you why in a second. Okay, that looks good. I think that's good to go. I want to make this thing as straight and as pretty as possible. Remember, this is my favorite ratchet. All right, here we go. Got the handle all put back together. The grip is on there. Let's go ahead and put the head back on. All right. All right, this dual 80, still smooth, still like butter. Looks good, nice and flexible, works good. This thing is perfect. It only took a few minutes over on the forklift vise to get this thing back in action, and that's why this thing won by knockout, because the other one is out of commission until we get new parts for it. Still number one until I can find a ratchet that can unseat it. This is the undisputed champion of 3/8 ratchets. Thanks for watching.